Welcome everybody to the Jack Frost Show. This is a show dedicated to the appreciation and preservation of music and sound. On this show we will cover a wide range of topics which will include music history, popular music, and influences on music, plus anything else my viewers or I can think of. These shows will showcase a conglomerate of well-known and local talent from all genres of music. I will attempt to interview guests that are involved in every facet of music and its production. If you would like to see something on this show or be a guest on this show, please contact me at JackFrostShow.mp4. So let's get started. All right, everybody, we're back for another show of the Jack Frost Show. And right now I'm here with, I'm going to let you guys introduce yourselves. Go ahead.
B-Boy B, it's my man, Rastafari.
Rastafari T.
Okay. And just tell everybody what you guys do.
Well, do hip-hop. I'm an artist. Do a little bit of everything, you know, from the beats to the, you know, the writing, the recording, the mixing, the mastering. I mean, you know, do a lot of the design work. Right now, I'm going to actually start working with him, bringing him up as a side project. Do a lot of collaboration. I love to collaborate. Everybody, anybody.
So we got, we did some shows in the past before like that. Yeah. So you guys got a live band, right?
Well, no, I was rocking with the live band. What happened, I was rocking with Burn One. Mm-hmm. And what happened, they kind of just got into the heavy metal, the death metal. Mm-hmm. And I like all genres. I don't discriminate when it comes to music, especially. Right. But I really couldn't get into that.
Right,
you know?
Okay. So, because you were doing vocals and that,
right,
you know, you can't write to death metal.
And I mean, right, and we started off hip-hop, you know, and then thought, you know, let's bring in the live band aspect, you know, really take it up a notch. Mm-hmm. And we rocked it for a while. We rocked it for a year or two. Mm-hmm. Did a couple of national shows, got some good feedback, had a really good time. But, you know, just kind of hit that creative fork in the road.
Right. So, what are you doing right now? Because were you in the group before with him, or
no?
How does that work?
No, I'm completely to the side. Basically, hip hop, street hip hop to reggae hip hop. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm still trying to find myself as an artist. Mm-hmm. Mostly previous to working on material myself, I've worked with other artists, promotion, you know, doing promotions and setting up shows and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, he actually he brought me into Pontiac because I actually started doing music in Pontiac and moved out to Flint and really got into the scene because it's so live down there. I mean, everywhere's popping off, but I mean, nothing's happening, but it's there. I mean, and you know, you got me into Flint. Really, I should thank you for that. So,
okay.
You know.
Now, I know you said earlier before the show that you were in Rochester Hills right now. Are you doing any shows out this way right now, or?
Not really. When I book shows, I stay, you know, in the major cities like Detroit, Flint, Pontiac, Ann Arbor, you know, Grand Rapids. You know, I like the popular venues until we start seeing some, you know, sporadic venues and places, you know, in the hills and other places that are open to hip hop.
Right.
You know, then, you know, we can bring them our money.
Right.
But until then, you know, they're kind of closed-minded.
Okay. Well, is this, do you feel, so you're saying there's no venues right now to promote right now in this area for that type of music?
I would say the venue right now in this area of Oakland County, you'd have to go with Crow's Foot and Pontiac. You know, they got the Pikes Room and the Crow's Foot Ballroom, and they can facilitate anything. They're great, you know. I do a lot of shows there.
Okay. So how long have you guys been making music? I'm going to start with you.
I started when I was 13 years old. Started with 2 turntables and a microphone, and just really got into it. I thought, you know, I was looking around and I was like, man, if people like ICP, no offense, you know, all the juggalos out there. But,
you don't want to get the juggalos, man.
No, that's for real, man. I mean,
get
we got love.
And spray Fago
you know,
on you, too.
For real. Yeah, but you know, I just figured, man, if these people can really make a multi-million-dollar name for themselves off of painting up like clowns, I mean, there's no reason that somebody as passionate as I am can't do it.
Now, in ICP's defense, like, I don't, let me see here.
No, don't get me wrong.
No, I'm just saying, I'm just throwing it out there just because we're talking about it. I'm not saying you say anything, but, like, for me personally, I never really got heavy in the ICP, only when they were with Project Born and stuff, because I like Project Born. But, ICP is very talented as far as their production and quality and how they put things together. It's just goofy music.
Yeah, yeah, know? Which is cool. You need a little bit of that.
Right, and it's so funny that something so I'm gonna use the word goofy again, can create such a fan base. Wow, you know, they took them straight to the top, and they make a lot of money doing it.
And they're still there, and they're not even really doing music as far as their own group anymore is concerned, any major releases, but I mean, they still have their fan base.
Yeah, they got like 50 albums out, so you know, that doesn't hurt any. So what is the process right now for, I know you got an album in the woodworks, right? What's the name of the album?
Well, what I was doing, I had been working with the band, you know, so extensively, I kind of put myself off to the side. It seems like deja vu, because last time I was on your show, it wasn't this nice, but it was the radio show. And I kind of parted ways with them at the time. And then we hooked back up. And like I said, man, I mean, whenever we were together, we had great chemistry and did a lot of national stuff, but I mean, I guess they just didn't want to keep it together, couldn't. But yeah, I'm working on a B-side CD right now. There's gonna be a sampler out, 420. It'll be all digital distribution right now, and that'll prepare it for the summer release, which will be an EP. It'll be B-sides, B-boy B-sides, and that's just old cuts that I had that I worked on with them. That is mine, and they're not using because they're doing the rock thing. So, you know, I mean, there's really no hard feelings, but yeah, kind of doing my own thing back at it. And all of this will be in preparation for a full length. I have a full length that all the hooks are done, and I'm putting together all the verses.
So, you got any music online right now, anything like that?
Yeah, you can check me out at myspace.com/d.boy.b, and you can find a lot of old videos when I was with Burn One. All those videos I made. You can find a good playlist on there. There'll be a lot of new stuff coming too.
Okay. So, name some of the venues that do you got any venues you're performing at coming up?
Yeah, you know, you were speaking of shows. We have a show March 19th at St. Andrews Hall. It's a huge show. It's the Detroit Rappers Ball, and it's supposed to be kind of like anybody and everybody who's somebody should at least come down and get in the mix. It's only the first year, so everybody not on it don't feel like, hey, you know, they miss me. But it's gonna be big.
So how'd you come up on that right there?
That's a little connect I plugged through working with a dude at Harpo's Concert Theater, which is a beautiful venue, big 7-foot stage, nothing like seeing a sea of people, you know.
Now I've noticed, I've seen you online on MySpace a lot. You've done a lot of tons of shows.
Yeah.
Name some of the groups that you opened up for or worked with and things like that.
In Flint, I did Gucci Mane back before he fell off and came back.
Right.
Let's see what else we've done. Head PE. They're from the West Coast. Man, I mean, so many more. Really, too many. Not enough at the same time, but too many.
G-Wiz and Pony Boy last summer.
Yeah, that was a really off the hook show. He had booked this whole show, and then took off to where'd you down south or out west?
Yeah, almost Kentucky. It was bottom of Illinois for the gathering. And,
of the Juggalos.
Oh, the gathering.
Gathering of the Juggalos.
Yeah.
But,
so see, we got love.
Yeah, you know, woo woo. I went with my boy Ajax, and you know, he took me along and put me up, you know, VIP. And I'll tell you what, if you guys want to go to a party, Mardi Gras ain't nothing like the gathering.
Like
the gathering that's what's happening. Is the gathering.
Yeah.
And we're talking 10,000 people, no police.
Wow.
Everybody gets along. It's great, you know.
Yeah, I was talking to a friend of mine, Shoestring, Dayton family. He said he performed down there at the gathering.
Yep.
So,
last year we had Ice Cube.
Ice Cube.
I mean, big people performing there.
Tech Nine.
Cottonmouth Kings, Tech Nine. Yeah, you know. I mean, I even seen Vanilla Ice there. You know. So it's a party. It's an all out 5-day party.
Yeah, the Vanilla Ice, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, hey, you know, you were asking how, you know, when did you get into music or whatnot, and I gotta say, when I was 10 years old, it was Run DMC, Beastie Boys, and LL Cool J.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Houdini, and them old school like that. I guess I'm showing some age, but you know, I heard Run DMC and wrote my first rap.
Okay.
You know, and my parents hated it. And I had Run DMC Raising Hell on vinyl.
Right.
And they hated it because it said hell, and because it was rap.
Right.
And you know, that's how I got into the hip hop, and I've been loving it ever since. You know, I'm glad to see it's as strong as it is today. I think it's what brings communities together, not what tears them apart.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, and I definitely glad you pointed that out. That's another perspective I like to point out. We always talk about the negativity in hip hop. I always bring it up just because I like to get people's views about it, but I never heard anybody counter like, you know, it brings people together. And that's the first time on this show anybody has said that, and I like to hear that. What about you? How do you feel the music industry right now is developing and progressing, and where you see it in the future here?
I think as far as technology is concerned, I think you're going to see the music industry come back to an extent, though. I think really what's happening right now is all these independent artists, Tech Nine, Cottonmouth Kings, people like that, that are really doing it themselves. That's where it's at.
Besides your MySpace page, do you have any other promotional tools you utilizing right now?
I'm on Reverb Nation. You can find me on Facebook, but you know.
Okay. Now, as far as you putting songs together, how do you approach that? I know you were doing live stuff. Were you doing straight to tape? Are you in the studio now? Are you working? What are you doing right now?
I always started off just electronically utilizing. I make the loops and then put them all together, compose them, and then we would give that to the band, and they would play over it, and then we'd merge them. And I mean, it was a beautiful creation process.
So I've done live recording. What's the process that you go? Do you go lay every individual track down, or you just jam out, record it, and then that's it?
For the rough, to start getting ideas, we do just one full freestyle, I guess you could say. But no, it's definitely all track by track.
Okay.
Because that's where it's at, the mix.
Okay, so you lay the drums down separate, the guitar, and your vocals and all that. Now, in your creative process, who does the writing of the songs? Do you all collab on a song, or are you the writer, or who's the writer?
When I was with the band, it was all, 50-50, or I guess there was 4 of us, so you could say we all had a quarter. I mean, we all collaborated, everybody threw in, but no, I mean, everything that was my 50%, like I said, you'll be catching on the B-side CD coming out. And you can look for a sampler of that on 420, all digital distribution. Like I said, technology, that's where it's at.
Right. And like when you make a song and you collab with a bunch of people like you do you find that your quality of music comes out better, or is it worse than you like?
Unfortunately, because of technology, I think it is so easy, and that's where you get a lot of the violence or the stereotypes from hip-hop, because anybody can almost do it. And so, I just think that as long as we continue to progress and utilize the technology, and communication is really key. And like he said, hip-hop, this is really bringing the community together.
Okay. Well, we're going to wrap this segment up. I'm going to hopefully get you guys back on the show, and we'll talk more. I know you got a lot of stuff to talk about, and hopefully get you performing and stuff. And we're going to come back in the second half. We're going to have another guest come on here. Cool. But I appreciate you guys coming out
Thanks for having us.
And everybody will be able to check this out on the YouTube, MySpace page, and all that. So this is it for the Jack Frost Show.